Don't give up on us. We're here, a couple minutes late. I'll tell you the story in a minute, but we're excited to have you here today. I am pumped up. I don't know about you. I hope you were pumped up this morning when you got your team together for that morning call. And if you haven't done it yet, listen and then get out there and do it. Now, today, I hope yesterday you got some good information out of the process. Today, because we've been asking, yes, we're asked all the time, how do we do it? Manny, you teach us great stuff, you show us a little bit, but tell us more. This is a tough time for many of us out here. We have to understand not just what we should be doing, but can you help us a little bit? So what we're going to do in session 2 today is look at those top 5 things we talked about yesterday. We're going to look at some of the problems, some of the issues, some of the things you can do to be more effective. So we're excited to have you here today. I'm a little more pumped up yesterday. I think we all get caught in the somewhat depression of the time of being stuck in the house, right? And I noticed I was getting cranky yesterday too. I mean, maybe many of you were dealing with that as well. So today I do have some juice with me here, some hot stuff, just so I don't lose my voice. I was losing my voice yesterday when we were teaching, and I just didn't feel like we were doing it at the level we're used to working at. So I'm excited to have you here. Let's get started. We're going to talk about leadership, and the first thing we're going to talk about in that leadership model today is asking your people about the challenges they are facing working at home. Have you done it? Have you run into some problems? And you know what? I'm going to open it up here. If anybody out there has a question or a comment or something they want to add in, we'll try to take them interactively. I'm not sure how good we'll be at it, but we're going to try, okay? That's the best we can do. So if something's bothering you, just share it with us. So how were you doing? I mean, it seems simple enough, right? I can say, just ask your people about the challenges they're facing. But how do you do that? Well, you're on a video. You're on a video perhaps with them, perhaps you're not. Got something on my screen there. Perhaps you're on an audio, but either way, you say, how are you dealing with this? Or, you got to say it in your own method because you're not me and I'm not you. But more importantly, listen. Listen as they talk. Let them talk a little bit. Because people I'm finding are very stressed during this time. And you got to give them a moment to talk. You got to let them work through this. And as they talk to you, perhaps there'll be other questions. Perhaps they'll be saying stuff like, it's going crazy in my house. How am I supposed to work? Well, is there a place you can get away? Is there somebody who can help you? Is there somebody who can come over for a couple hours a day and help you? Because you know what? You got some top-notch people at home, and even if you can only get a couple hours a day out of them, it's worth it. But they may need some help. So ask them those questions. Make sure they know you're here for them. Do not make this a session of, well, you're not really, forget it. Whatever you can get out of people during this time is a plus. And the better and the more you come across as the leader, the more this is going to benefit you down the road, guaranteed. But you got to get them to open up. You got to get them to share. And that may be a harder thing because if you've been through that time, maybe you've been a little rougher leader than you needed to be when you were in person. And that's hot lemonade because it's just one of those things that keeps you on the surface, right? Keeps you good during all this. So even if you're not great at this, ask the questions, open up, take a shot, listen. You are the leader. This time is a great test for all of us. How good are we? How good are we? Because adversaries and tough times develop great leaders. And I know if you're listening to this, you are a great leader. So let's get you wound up, put together, and rock. Let's go to number 2. Well, I asked you to have a video conference call each day. Now, I don't know if you've done that or not. I don't know if you've added that to your agenda or not. But I'm again going to encourage you to have that video conference call. Go to Zoom. You can get a Zoom account. I think right now they're offering 40 minutes with unlimited, you can put a lot of people on that call, 40 minutes, no cost. Over that, if you want a bigger account, I think it's like $15 a month or something. And your team shouldn't be that big anyway, right? So you should be okay to use this. And besides, what did we say yesterday? 30 minutes, no more. So use Zoom. There's other tools out there. There's everybody out there right now trying to help you. Go out online, see what's out there, see what you can use. I recommend Zoom, zoom.us, I think is the website. I'm glad I have this juice today. But what do you need to do this for? Well, you see me here. I'm pumping. I'm trying to get you rocking. I'm trying to get you feeling good. Just what you need to do for your people. You got teams out there working. Some of them are at home by themselves. They have nobody. They got social media, but that's not people. Or maybe they're talking to somebody. You know what? That's why video is important. I realize everyone can't do it. Some of you are going to have to deal with just audio. It's okay. But it can be done. Give it a shot. Try it. You're a leader. Give it a shot. Come on. If you can get out there in front of your people like this, it's good. And don't require them, to dress any particular way. I mean, I don't want them to come in there in their pajamas, but unfortunately, like people were telling me, I'm setting up a conference call for one of my groups, Bible study groups that we usually meet together. And we said, well, we'll have a shirt on, but I don't know what we'll have below, but who cares, right? All you see is my face, right? So don't be shy. Get this call done. Show them you're good. Your attitude is good. No matter how long it takes you, how long this thing goes on, you're here to help them. And when they can see it in your face, when they can see you talking to them, when they can see your compassion, makes a big difference. You got to understand that, and you got to put it out there. So, encouraging you, get compassionate, do it. So that's number 2. Let's keep going. Hey, this is Coach Manny. We're at CoachManny.com. We got great books out on Amazon. Just go out to Amazon, type in Manny Nowak. There's books out there. I want you. One of the things you can do during this time, when you're down, is work on that super 90-day plan, right? So get a copy of 90 Days to Success out there. Little book. We appreciate all the books you buy. And please stay tuned, because we are going to, this is a 3-day free series. We're going to put more stuff out there. We want you to listen. We want to help you. This is a time for us to help you to be even better. So we're excited to be here for you. Number 3. Now, you've had the video one-on-one call, right? I hope you have anyway. You've talked a little bit about challenges they have. You've asked them the question. But all through the day, you need to do these one-on-ones with your team. Now, I don't want you to become pesty or make it feel like people are checking up, right? Because that's really annoying. But I had a conversation with Joe this morning. We went through a couple things. I thought he was stressed out a little bit. I noted on there, said call him back this afternoon, see how he got through that issue. What kind of issue? These are issues we're not used to dealing with. People are going to have issues out there that you just haven't dealt with before. Well, my kids are just going stir crazy, and listen to me. You might have kids under 5 and you think that's a big issue and they're making noise and all that. We get through that. Some of us may have teenagers or older kids. They too get impatient and stir crazy. Yeah, at times we're complaining because they're hiding in their rooms and doing all that stuff. But let me tell you, they can be impatient too. They want your time too. They want the reassurance too. And as a leader in your own home, always remember that too. You have to lead your family first, even before you lead your business. So let's not forget that key point here. So meet with your team throughout the day. And some people, you need them. You need to get the work done. You need to get as much done as you can. If that means you got to call these people. If I got to call Joe 4 times today, I will call him. It's okay. The rules, they used to be there, are kind of all out the window. We're in a totally new leadership process right now. And I want you to open up, and I want you to be there for your people, and I want you to know, please understand, what you do during this coronavirus time will have major impacts on your leadership ability for your team. You are building strong relationships right now that are going to be good for you, for the company, and for your people. So, you know this might be a little hard for you. Get over it. You need to be strong. You need to be the leader up here. You need to send the message out. You need to make sure you're leading. Again, some need to talk. Some just need to listen. They just need you to put out the reassurance that says, you're okay, Manny. I'm okay too. And remember too that some of you are working in environments where people are around all day, right? And now all of a sudden, I don't have anybody to turn to. I can't turn to Mary on my right or John on my left. I can't talk to anybody. I can't spin around. I can't walk over there and see anybody. I'm in my house. I got kids around. I got parents around. I got other people around. Wow. It's a little crazy. But guess what? Here's the key. You got work to do. Now remember, and please take a moment and pray for those who are out of work, because a lot of people are out of work out there. So let's back them up and help them. Number 4. Critical, we said it's not about time. It's about output. So don't get so hung up on, well, Mary worked all morning today, and Jim, I saw him for less than half an hour. You think he got anything done? You know how much, if you've listened to me over the years and you continue to listen to me, you know how I work with expectations. Not here just, but all over the place, right? When you hire somebody, what are your expectations? What are they? Are they documented? Are they signed off? Are they written off? So there's no gray area. This is what we expect. Well, same thing now. All right, so one of the exercises you can work on, because we have no idea how long this is going to be, do we? We have no idea. We might be back to normal in a couple weeks, but it could be a couple months. And I don't want to make you depressed or anything, but that's why we're here. We're going to try to be here as much as possible to help as many as we can. So we don't know. So remember, what's your expectations? The only number one expectation, I expect you to be on the video call in the morning. And maybe we'll limit it to 15 minutes. I just want to check in. Now, the other thing we talked about yesterday is, and I'm sure some of you are seeing it, that, gee, maybe I'm going to leave this person at home forever because they're working 3 times as fast. And it happens, as I stated in an earlier video, I've been working with work at home teams for about, gosh, seems like forever, right? For at least 20 years. We started working people at home. And the biggest thing we found was there's such an increase in productivity because of so much less distraction. So, yeah, right now, you don't have as little distraction because the kids aren't in school and all that's going on, but it's still very productive. So, but what happens is, the person comes to you and says, Manny, I don't have anything else to do. I did all that you gave me. Um, and they're feeling like I should be doing something else. Give them something else if they need it. Otherwise, it's easy just to say, look, go spend a little time with your family. You got us where we want. I got more for you. It's coming. Just hang in there. Just be straight up with them, all right? This is leadership. This is leadership. I can't emphasize that enough. All right. We got one more. Remember, if you want more about this or you want more about our stuff, go out to Amazon, look up Manny Nowak, get some of those books. I really appreciate anybody who's buying books out there. I thank you for your patriotism to buy those things and help us as we try to grow our business ourselves. And also, we would love to give more away. So stay tuned because we're going to be doing much more. Depends on how long this thing lasts, but we are here to help you. So let's go on to number 5. It's not about hours. And what's that mean? Well, when we talked to Mary and Donald, what we found out was they're both working. They have kids at home. They both have pretty demanding jobs. And they have pretty demanding children. And so the only way they could make this work was to team. And that team really meant that during the first 3 hours, Don took the kids, entertained them, maybe took them outside, played some catch or whatever, took them downstairs, played in the family room, whatever. He just kept them busy so that Mary could spend 3 hours working. And after those 3 hours, Mary felt on top of the world because she had got so much done. Yes, she probably wanted to do more. We know that. But she turned the reins over to Don. Don then spent 3 hours working while she did the same thing. And they teamed like that. Some people, it's just too crazy. You have to work later. At night, you have to work. Some people, maybe you're working the weirdest hours. But if your job allows you to do that, it's okay. It's not about the hours. So I encourage you to not lead your people down the wrong path there by making them think they got to do this, they got to do that, they got to get all these things together. They don't. So let's recap real quickly. Ask your people about those challenges and really listen. And I'm going to encourage you and encourage you again, and I'll encourage you again tomorrow. Take time to have that morning video call. Now, I have other people who are doing evening video calls at wrap up the day as well. That's another option, but it's not one high on my list right now. But it does work. Number 2, meet as much as they need to meet. Remember, it's about expectation of output, and it's really not about hours. Wow. We're here today. We'll be back tomorrow with session number 3 to teach you more and more about what you need to be more successful during the coronavirus time. And let me put out there my email, all right? Because what I like to do, or no, we won't even put out there, just PM me, okay? Just PM me and say, Manny, here's a question. Manny, I have an issue here. And tomorrow during the session, what we'll do, and I will put that out there, during tomorrow's session, what we'll do is we'll answer some of these questions, plus go through the next 6 processes. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope it's put some pieces in place to help you with your business. So let's see, ask questions, PM me. Okay. Have a great day. Get out there, pump your team up. I hope I've done something to pump you up a little bit. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.